Hey, what's up YouTube? In this video, I'll be showing you how to make a train station for all of your city building needs. I will show you how to make the entire station inside and out, including the actual station itself where we would buy our tickets and wait for our train. The platforms, we have two of them. They are connected together with an underground tunnel. And I will of course show you how to make the train tracks themselves. In a different video, which I will link down below in the description, I will also show you how to make a train that will fit these tracks. And of course, stay tuned until the end of the video to see where we place the station in our city. This is the amount of space required to make the train station. And here are all of the materials that we will use throughout the build. Begin by placing a stone block on the ground, with 3 bricks on top. 1, 2, 3. Extend to the left by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We want to extend down by 2, but we also want to extend across by 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We then want to extend down by 2, and then extend the top block backwards by 3. 1, 2, 3. Which we then want to extend down by 2 again, but returning back up to this block, we want to extend that way by 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We then want to extend down by 2, but also extend that way, and line up with where we very first started. We then want to extend our block down by 2, but then extend and connect all the way to where we very first started. We then want to add a layer of stone underneath all of the bricks that we have placed suspended in the air. So we will end up with something that should look like this. We are now going to fill the entire inside of this shape in using stone. Next, come to this side of the train station and connect the bricks along the bottom of the build. We then want to place a row of 2 glass starting on the left side here, 1, 2, in between these 2 rows of bricks, with a bricks to the right, 2 more glass, bricks, 2 more glass, just like this. Extending around to the front here, we want to place a double oak door here in this position, bricks to the left, connect along the bottom and place glass in the empty space. We then want to fill this gap here to the left in with bricks. We then want to connect the bricks along the bottom like this from right to left or left to right. We then, starting on the left side, want to place a bricks here, 2 glass, and then a bricks, 2 glass, and then 2 bricks, just like this. We are then going to shift over to this side of the build, where we will place 2 rows of bricks from the floor to the top, with 2 oak doors, and then another row of bricks, just like this. Then finally, extending around to the back, we are going to connect the entire bottom together, just like this. And then starting here on this right side, we will place a bricks, 2 glass, 1, 2, and then a bricks, 2 glass, 1, 2, bricks, 2 glass, and then fill the rest of this row in with bricks. Next, we are going to fill this gap in at the front of the station with stone, just like so. We will then place 3 diorite wall extending up from this cornerstone block, 1, 2, 3, like this. We will also place a row here in between the windows, 1, 2, 3, and finally a row of diorite wall here on the right side, like so. We will then place polished andesite slab extending across the wall just like this, all the way over to the right. Then we will overhang the station by 1 row, just like so, and then we will start extending these slabs up and in, or rather in and up. So we want to extend these slabs in and up until we reach this point here. You can see we are just above the glass. We then want to extend these slabs just 1 row back like this, and then we will start extending right and down, right and down, right and down, and then right, just like this. Notice how it sits on top of the back of the build like so, and we can start extending across to the right. The point that we are looking for is where we have our first wall. So once we line up with that, we can start extending in and up and in and up and in and up. We're looking to make the same shape of the roof that we have over there, but, well, over here. So we will have this, 2 parallel rows. We are then just going to fill underneath this in using bricks. We're looking to use the minimal amount possible. We then want to do the same thing over here as well. And then we are able to use a mixture of polished andesite and polished andesite slabs to connect the roof together. We are then going to extend our polished andesite slabs all the way along to the back of the build, along the top of the building, and then we are simply just going to fill in this gap. So you can see that we've effectively made a rectangle. Let's fill this in. We can also, if we do so choose, extend our polished andesite an additional row forwards at the front of the build. You could even add a couple of rows if you like, but I'm just going to leave mine like this. Above the double door on the front of the station, we are going to remove these slabs, and in its place, we will form a circle using carefully placed upside down and smooth quartz stairs. This is something that you could replicate on this side of the build as well, just above these doors on the opposite side of the station. Next, we are going to shape the rest of the platform. To do this, we will extend this stone block all the way to the outer boundary, extend across to the left, line up with the edge of the station building, and then extend a further left by 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We then want to extend all the way to the very back of the grid, like this, extend across, and join all the way back to the corner of the building. And this is going to shape the entire platform of our station. And all we are going to do for now is just fill this giant shape that we have created in using stone. We are also going to add a couple of rows of terracotta just along the right side of our grid, extending all the way from one end to the other. And on the back portion, we are going to add a row of leaves against the wall. You could even extend this part of the wall upwards an additional row, just extending to the building itself. On this end of the platform, however, we are going to remove 1, 2, 3, 4 rows of stone, and we will extend these all the way back, just like this. So we actually want to leave a row of 2 stone between what we're about to make and the building, and we are simply just going to add a row of polished andesite slabs, and we will excavate as much dirt as we have to so that we are able to have a set of stairs. It looks more like a ramp, to be quite honest. A set of stairs slash a polished andesite ramp that leads all the way down to the ground here. But the thing is, we actually want to have a row of 2 at the base, just like so, and we can remove part of this wall. So you can see that we are actually kind of like built into the ground a little bit like so. And we're just going to extend these stone outwards, extend our terracotta wall all the way down to the base of these steps, and we will place some stone here just like this. It's also worth mentioning that you don't have to make these steps up to your train station as deep as these ones. It just so happens that I want to kind of elevate my station a little bit for where I'm placing it in the city. So simply just align your steps with whatever level you want to walk onto the steps from, if this makes sense. For example, let's say that you wanted your steps to reach here. You would simply place your stone like this and then extend your stone inwards, and you would just have it so that you just have a very shallow step if you wanted to walk straight up onto your platform like so. But once again, that's not what I'm looking for, so simply do just attune this to how you need your steps to be. And once you've finished with this particular part, just place some iron bars all the way around the edge of the platform like this. Next, we are going to add some benches to the right of our building. We will leave a gap of 1 and then place 2 dark oak stairs like this, leave a gap of 1, place a polished blackstone wall, leave a gap of 1, place 2 dark oak stairs. Extend the wall upwards and place a sea lantern on top. We are also going to place some benches underneath our shelter. We will leave a gap of 1 from the end here and place 2 dark oak stairs. Leave a gap of 1, place a cauldron with an oak trapdoor on it, gap of 1 and then 2 dark oak stairs. We then want to place dark oak signs either side of the dark oak stairs, just like this. And if you do so choose, you can also extend some benches outside here as well, or maybe even just like across the back of this wall. You could have a similar setup to underneath the shelter where we have a bin in between like this, and maybe you could even stick a light on the end and we can add our signs to the end of the benches. Or perhaps you could have a different setup, or maybe even just nothing at all. Next, we are going to head inside briefly and make the same formation of smooth quartz stairs that we have outside inside here. So this is directly above that central window, and then we are able to do this. So I haven't vocalized this yet, although maybe it's obvious. All of these smooth quartz formations are clocks, and now we are going to make the banners that makes this even more obvious. So throw down a loom, open it up, place a white banner in there with some black dye, and apply the pale sinister pattern. Put white dye in there and apply the base pattern. That's banner number 1. Banner number 2, place a fresh banner in there with black dye and apply the fast pattern. That's it. So with these 2 banners we can make a clock, and it's a pretty convincing one. It's a little bit weird, but I think that it looks a little bit better than just nothing at all. So we are going to apply this to every single one of our smooth quartz formations, of which we have 3 of them in total. And of course the clock is just showing that it is 3 o'clock. So now that we thoroughly know the time, we are going to come back inside once again and we will work on the entire interior. The first part of which is the help desk / where you would purchase a ticket. So stick a chest here in this corner with a tripwire hook above it, and then stack 2 rows of bookshelves to the right. We will then place a row of bricks extending just by the door with item frames on the bricks with a name tag in one, paper in the other, and we'll stick a lantern on the other. We also want to add a chair, so this can be a simple spruce stairs in the middle, and if you want to make it a little bit fancier, you could perhaps add some signs either side of it. Next, we will make a self-service ticket machine. To do this, we will place 2 blue concrete here with light grey concrete to the left, upside down polished andesite stairs above this with warped signs all the way around the edge of the stairs like so. A 1x1 painting, any 1x1 painting, not a giant skull painting, right here in this position with an item frame beneath it and an iron trap door inside of it. Tripwire hook here, stone button here, and then we simply want to grab blue banners and place them here and here, just extending off of the sides of the machine. I also happen to think that another one of these machines would actually look really good here in this position, so I'm going to make one. Perfect. Next, we are actually going to add a layer of brick slabs underneath the polished andesite slabs that we added for the roof. I think that this just makes the area look a little bit cleaner. That looks way better in my opinion. And then we can add some waiting benches. So spruce stairs with brown carpet in front and a spruce sign next to the stairs. And then if we leave a gap of 1 and then just keep repeating this until it gets a little bit weird looking. Yeah, see, I think that if we were to place one here, that wouldn't really make sense, so that is the maximum amount. And then opposite the waiting benches, we will add brown glazed terracotta with leaves on top. And I think that that's actually perfect. So this is actually a wonderful looking 1-platform train station. You could leave it here if you wanted to, but we ain't about that life. So what we are now going to do is dig 17 rows right of this stone block. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17. And on the end here, we will place a stone block, which we then want to extend to the right by a further 3. 1, 2, 3. Place an oak leaf and a terracotta. So the terracotta, we are going to stack another one on top of it and then extend the terracotta all the way along the grid. This is going to be the back wall of platform 2. It just keeps going, doesn't it? We then want to place the leaves against the wall. And then we want to extend every single stone block forwards along the side of the leaves. Before adding any further detail to Platform 2, we will now make a tunnel that connects Platform 1 and Platform 2 together. Begin by placing an iron bar here, with 2 light blue concrete left of it, and then another iron bar. Add another row of light blue concrete on top of our concrete, and extend each one of the bars forwards by 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We then want to remove the stone in between the bars and place stone brick stairs at the beginning. We then actually want to extend our stairs downwards 4 more times into the ground, so 5 in total. So this would be 1, 2, 3, and then we've got to add another couple of rows, 4, and then 5. This will leave 2 rows at the end in between the bars, which we now want to turn into smooth stone. So we have 5 rows, just like this, and then we are just going to excavate some of this dirt, like so, extending across this way, but then we are going to come all the way over to platform 1 and do a very similar thing. We will place an iron bar here on this corner, 2 light blue concrete extending right, another bar, extend the concrete up, then the bars forwards by 7, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and the other bars as well. We then want to remove the stone in between them, and we are just going to excavate some of this. But remember, the point is to have 5 rows of stairs. 1, 2, 3, that's 4, and then this will be 5, and then in front of these we will place smooth stone. Then we are able to remove this 2x2 square, and this may seem like a really long time. We're going to start digging this way, and there we go. Just before we lost hope, we have connected to this opposite side. So first of all, we are just going to remove all of the dirt in between the smooth stone like this, and we will form a solid path. And then all we are going to do, and I think that we might actually keep it kind of like dark down here just to create a bit of ambience, but all we are going to do is replace all of these walls here everywhere that we have them, next to the stairs, in the tunnel, everywhere. We're going to replace all of the dirt with stone. The footage of me removing all of the dirt and replacing it with stone will have been too time consuming to keep in the tutorial, but here is the end result. You can see it just looks a lot nicer, a lot cleaner. Now let's add some details to platform 2. So first of all, leave a gap of 2 from this railing here, 1, 2, and then place 2 dark oak stairs. We then want to leave a gap of 1, place a polished black stone wall. Gap of 1, place 2 stairs. Gap of 1, place a dark oak fence. Leave a gap of 1 and then place 2 more stairs. Leave a gap of 1, place a polished black stone wall. Gap of 1, 2 more stairs. Gap of 1, dark oak fence. Gap of 1, 2 more stairs. Then we will simply place nothing else and then just add some iron bars along the side here. Maybe if you wanted to add a bin or something you could, but this is what we're looking at right now. We are also going to add some dark oak signs to the side of our benches. I'd recommend doing one side in one go, kind of like this, and then doing the same to the opposite side. Add a solid block on top of the fences and add an additional polished black stone wall on top of the walls with a sea lantern on top of that. The reason that we have added a solid block on here is so that we can hang signs off of the side here. So these would be train times. So, I don't know, if you just wanted to add like a place, so like mini city station, maybe we'll add a line, station. That's not how you spell station. Station 1, and then you could add a time, like, I don't know, you know, whatever you wanted to do. Like if you wanted to like add specific times, going to certain locations, and etc, do feel free to include these in these hanging signs. But once you are satisfied with whatever you've wrote, remove the solid block and add a fence gate on top, and I just think it looks kind of cool. And we will do the same here. I'm not going to write anything in the signs, but you guys do feel free to. And this is the end result. I think it looks pretty cool. Next, we will make 2 final banners to accompany our tunnel. Throw down a loom, open it up, place a light blue banner in there with some white dye, and apply the pale sinister pattern, followed by the fest pattern. Put light blue dye in there and apply the chief, base, and then bourgeois indented. Next, place another light blue banner in there with some white dye, apply the pale dexter pattern, fest, put light blue dye in there, chief, base, and beat the bourgeois indented pattern. So these are the only 2 banners we need. They are both arrows. So on platform 2, we will place an arrow here that points this way, and we will apply a warped sign that simply says platform 1. Which means, of course, we want to come all the way over to platform 1 and apply the opposite banner with a sign that says platform 2. So it's just a nice added detail showing people, if you're, say, on this end of the platform, if you've not been to the station before, it kind of just alerts people that there is indeed a tunnel. Believe it or not, all we now have to do is add the train tracks in between the two platforms. This is simple, but time consuming. Step 1, place a layer of smooth stone slabs against the stone platform. We want to do this on both sides. We then want to remove not 1, but 2 layers of dirt in between the platforms. We then want to add a layer of andesite for the base of our tracks. We are also going to remove underneath our smooth stone slabs and replace all of this dirt with stone. We, of course, have to do this on both sides. Next, we are going to make the tracks themselves. To do this, we will leave a gap of 1 from the edge of the platform and place a parallel row of grey concrete extending from one end of the build to the other. We then want to leave a gap of 3 in between, 1, 2, 3, and then place another row of grey concrete, parallel to the first row. We then want to place oak slabs connecting the grey concretes together and also extending left and right out of the rows of grey concrete, and we actually want to keep repeating this, extending all the way down the rows of grey concrete, simply just leaving a gap of 1 in between each instance that we do this. So this is one set of train tracks, and once we've done that, all we have to do is repeat this over to the left. If placed correctly, there will be a 1 block gap in between both sets of tracks. And with that final detail added, ladies and gentlemen, we have officially completed our tutorial. However, this video is not over. We must now add our train station into our city. I'm starting to feel a little bit like a broken record here, as the new train station is of course going to go into the new suburbs. I already know where I want it to go. We are going to build it behind this row of houses, extend the road around to the train station so that it connects together nicely, and we are also going to add a small car park to the station as well. And that is that, ladies and gentlemen. I do hope that you have enjoyed this video. Please do remember to like the video and subscribe to the channel. Click that little bell next to the subscription button to ensure that you get all my videos sent directly to your sub box. If you would like to make anything else by me, please check the description below for the Mini City Builds playlist. We have over 100 builds in there for you to enjoy. Alternatively, the sidebar, hopefully the next upcoming video, YouTube, or just check the channel. Consider becoming a channel member today and you will gain access to a cool avatar next to your name, some unique emojis, and access to my mini city design world containing every single build that has been added to Mini City to date. This is well over 100 builds, all chronologically ordered. Java edition only. Thank you so much for watching. I hope to see you guys in the next one. Goodbye.